Water, I missed your soft touch, your whispers of ease, your wisdom and quiet reminders of duality, of change, of flow, of fury, of peace. I've been longing to meet you again, and now here I am by your side, in Lago de Atitlán, Guatemala. Join me for a few peaceful days, borrowing a sense of home here by sinking into the familiar rhythm of routine and resting in the sweet embrace of sisterhood with Mina by my side. Our mornings were slow and long. We prepared our meals with love, danced in the kitchen, let paint flow in our journals, and listened to the quiet sounds of serenity as birds tweeted, water flowed, and insects hummed. This was a much-needed week of creativity, rest, and connection, and I'm so happy to share it with you through this video. After our slow morning easing into the day in shared solitude, we walked down to the lake for a morning swim. It had been 2 months since I last swam, and I had been longing for the familiar feeling of being immersed in a body of water. The quiet murmur that engulfs me below the surface. The way the water tickles my ears whilst I float on my back, pacified by its gentle flow. I literally feel reborn whenever I'm around the body of water and I can just lay and feel the sun on my skin. It feels so good, and I've been craving this so so badly for the past few weeks. I really miss being around water when I'm not around water. I think growing up in a coastal town and always having the privilege to escape to the sea, and the sea always being my refuge, has had a huge impact on me and always makes me like crave water. I just find water so cleansing and therapeutic, whether I'm swimming in it or just sitting next to it and listening to the sound of it. I feel myself being so replenished. But we are in Guatemala at Lake Atitlán, and our main motivation for coming here was honestly for the lake and to go swimming. But it's always interesting when you go to a place and you actually experience it and feel it for yourself versus when you see it from like the outside perspective of seeing it on social media. It's always different when you actually go and feel a place. We honestly weren't really enjoying it here that much for the first couple of days because this town where we're staying in felt like one of those places where there's a big imbalance between people that live here and people that come to visit. Like it felt like all of the people that we would see in the town were working for people that lived here that had brought houses here from overseas, and it felt like there was a sense of control and just like an unsettling feeling, and we just felt like we didn't want to add to that, and so we actually tried to reduce our stay in our Airbnb, but our request was denied by our host, so we ended up staying. So that was like for the first 3 days we felt that way, and we also went to this town called San Marcos, which is nearby, and that place felt so we didn't enjoy it, let me put it that way. It's like one of those places that have become very hyper, like spiritual, or you know, that kind of world, but in a way that is very incoherent with what is already existing in that place. It just feels very conflicting with places like that, and it sometimes feels like they aren't walking hand in hand with what is already existing in that place and like respecting the existing culture there. So yeah, we felt a bit off-put in our first couple of days here, but I'm honestly just so grateful to be by the water. This lake is so beautiful, and swimming for the past couple of mornings has felt like such a treat, and we're just trying to lean into all the beauty that this place is offering us, like being able to swim in the lake and being able to cook our own meals and just like reset and recharge, just have some wholesome days together. I feel like those moments when you're traveling are really important because you can be so go and your senses be constantly like taking in new things and in a constant state of stimulation in a way. So it's nice to have moments like this where you can just be in your little routine and find your rhythm again, and being by the water feels so perfect for that. So I feel like we're going to make the most of our next few days. This is how we do it.
These two are yours. This has been our go-to breakfast here.
Every day we have the same thing for breakfast.
Bowls of granola.
One bowl of granola. Or two. One each.
Yeah, one each. And avocado toast.
That's how we do it.
That's how we do it, Liv. Alright,
And a hot drink.
And a hot drink. Usually cacao.
Okay, see you outside in a second. I've got multiple things in front of me that I'm trying to do at once right now, which is very me. I'm trying to knit because I've been knitting this scarf for almost a year now, and I feel like I should be finished it, but I'm not. But also I love that I'm not finished it because it always kind of gives me something to do, and I forget about it for months at a time sometimes. And then I'm like, oh yeah, I'm knitting that scarf, and then I'll get really into it for a day and not touch it again for weeks. And currently I'm in a phase of picking it up again. This is the first time I've touched it whilst travelling, and it's been almost 2 months and it's just been sitting in my suitcase. But I'm really excited to finish it, and it's coming along. I mean, it's wearable at this point, it just needs to be longer. So I'm going to try and finish this. I'm not even going to give myself a date because who knows, maybe it'll take me another year. But I'm also trying to put together this little sketchbook, which I bought the other day in Mexico City, and I was just really drawn to the colour and size of it. And I already have multiple journals with me, and I'm not even finished this big journal that I'm currently writing in and sketching in, but it just started to feel like it was the end of this book for me. Sometimes I don't finish journals and they finish themselves, and all of a sudden I feel not super inspired and just not called to create in them anymore. And that's kind of what I'm feeling with this one. I'm just using this for like my evening thoughts at the moment, and then this little journal I'm using as more of a way to document this trip here in Guatemala. And I've been consistent with it so far, and it's bringing me a lot of satisfaction because I'm trying to keep like a specific style throughout it, where I have writing on one side and then a little sketch or painting on the other side. I just know that when I look back at this in some time, I'm going to feel so sentimental about these moments and everything that I've documented. And it also just brings me so much peace in the moment when I'm sitting down and I notice everything around me, the sights and the smells and the sounds, and I put it into writing and visuals. I write so much and I don't know what to do with my writing sometimes. I use it a lot in my YouTube videos, but I also wanted to start a Substack this year and give my writing more of a home, because at the moment it really just lives in the confines of multiple journals, and I forget what I write about sometimes, and then I read it back and I'm like, oh, that was actually really good, and I give myself like my flowers, and then I'm like, I should do something with this, with these thoughts, with these rambles. But I also feel like all of this documentation that I do will naturally find its home one day. I'd love to write a book one day, but I just don't know what about. I feel like I treat life at the moment just like one big field trip, and I just love documenting everything that I'm feeling and seeing and experiencing, because there's all, like, everything that we experience has so much richness to draw from. And I just see like my journals and all the writing that I do as like my source material, and one day maybe I'll go back through those. There's a chicken here. And who knows, maybe one day I'll go back through it all when I'm, 30 or 40 or 50 and make something of it. But at the moment it just feels really good to just be letting everything like pass through me and expressing myself creatively in whatever way I feel called to at that moment. Sometimes it's sketching, sometimes it's writing, sometimes it's videoing, sometimes it's just talking. I also love like intentionally pushing myself to document things in my journal in like a slightly different way. Sometimes I like finding inspiration on Pinterest, and I'll save pins of things that inspire me, or sometimes in the moment it just makes sense to document something in a certain way. But I think that traveling really gets like my creative juices flowing, sometimes too much, and I feel like I get overwhelmed by the amount of like ideas and things that I've taken in and things that I want to express, and then I find myself craving just like mundanity. Honestly, it's like life becomes so saturated with experiences and moments and treasure, and then I'm like, I just need a blank slate to make sense of everything and pull everything together. But I also think that making videos helps so much with that as well, because I'm constantly going back and processing things that I've experienced and pulling like storylines and narratives together from my experiences. And it honestly feels so good and right and fulfilling for me to live like that. I think that we all have like different ways that we create art and different ways that we express ourselves, and when we find what that is for us, and I also think that it changes at different points in your life, but right now at this point in my life I feel like I've really found a groove with what I feel called to do, and I feel like I'm finally living in a way that feels like wholeheartedly aligned with what I feel called to create and how I feel called to express myself. There's a quote from John O'Donoghue, and he says something about how like fulfilling and amazing it is when people find a way to work or have like a vocation that is like completely in alignment with their souls. And then to contrast that, he says something about how like unfortunate it is when
you're not in alignment with that. I don't remember what the exact quote is, but I'll find it and put it over this video. Because when I read that, I was like, that's so true. And I also think that getting to that place is always such a journey and a process in itself, where we learn so much and uncover so much about ourselves through the trying, the failure, the becoming, the getting there. Like, there's so much beauty in that journey. And I even think that, when I'm 10 years older than I am now, I'll look back at this version of myself now, and hopefully, I have full belief that all the things that I want to do, that I envision for my future self, she will have done those things, and she'll be looking back at this version of myself thinking like, wow, how beautiful was that journey of trying to get to that place and trying to do those things, trying to bring those projects to life. All of that to say that the journey is beautiful, creativity is so magical. Okay, I really think I'm finished with this now. It gets to a point with knitting where I'm like, it's too repetitive. I need something else, some more stimulation. And so onto the journal I move.
There's a certain kind of comfort and contentment that finds me whenever I dedicate time to gaining clarity around my future dreams and desires. Sitting here with a candle lit, a cup of tea by my side, and my X-Tiles vision board in front of me was the perfect way to spend the afternoon. X-Tiles is the partner of this video, and to vision board I list my intentions in X-Tiles and then comb through Pinterest to find photos to reflect those dreams, and then I carefully piece it all together in my X-Tiles template. You can download X-Tiles for free with the link in my description.
Now we need to go and get some oats because we have nothing for breakfast, so I'm just throwing this on to go and run down to the shops.
Yeah.
I feel so like, yeah.
I'm just going in my pajamas, guys.
We're giving really different vibes right now.
Really different vibes. You're giving like surfer girl, and I'm giving peace, love, and happiness.
Or I'm giving like farmer. I don't know.
Farmer? Nah, skater girl.
Skater girl.
Skater girl. Oh, you didn't bring the time.
Este es cerrado. Pero nuestras... ¿Qué? Ah, la tienda es...
Dos candelas, 2.50. sales y 2 onzas de jengibre, 4 medio ciruela, 5, 79,50 centavos.
What? I'm washing the plums and I'm going to dry.
To discover.
Ain't no sunshine.
Hey, I'm living young and alone. There ain't no sunshine when she's gone. I found a thrill tonight.
What you want?
In my solitude, you taunt me with memories that never die. I sit in my
It's a bit sour.
Oh, hey, sister. Seated. Clean. Nice to see Catarina again. Oh my god, my mother looks so cool. Oh yeah. That one side is so good.
Enough.
Come on! I've done that multiple times today. Whoa, it does look very atmospheric.
Right? It's giving, come on, skinny love, whatever. So come home.
My Tell my love to wreck it all. Cut out all the ropes to let me fall. On my mind, on my mind. Right in this moment, the song is torn.
Too hard? Never like hot.
Yum. Look at this home we've created together, darling. Drizzle of olive oil. Oh yes. And just like that, lunch is served. Bon appetit.
Bon apple.
And we've done it again. I feel like we're living in a loop. We love living in a loop.
We are living in a loop.
It's the best kind of loop though. That is so good. No water comes in my phone. It's treacherous this time of day. But we're off. We're gonna go exploring.
¿A dónde?
A Santa Catarina. Sí, creo que se llama. Sí, sigo caminando y comer. Necesitamos algo, cosas del supermercado para cenar. When will we go? We don't know. All we can do is wait.
Sí, es volcán también.
Sí, es volcán San Pedro, volcán Tolimán y volcán Atitlán. De aquí al volcán es 9 kilómetros por 12 kilómetros. Ajá. En el lago hay 9 pueblos. Ajá,
Sí.
9 pueblos alrededor del lago. Sí, de profundidad es 350 metros. 350 metros de profundidad. Es grande el lago, ajá.
Sí.
Sí, es muy, muy grande el lago. Sí.
Thank you for sharing this space with me. I'm grateful for you, and I'll see you soon in my next video. All my love, Cam.